Hello, Cookbook friends, and welcome to our podcast. My name is Katie, and with me is my lovely co-host, Carrie. On this episode, we are going to be bringing you new cookbooks being released between February 8th and the 14th. So it's the second week of February. To begin, I actually want to share a cookbook that I surprisingly missed last month. I'm super surprised about it because I love Jet Tila. So the first cookbook I want to talk about real quick is 101 Thai dishes you need to cook before you die. The essential recipes, techniques, and ingredients of Thailand. So this is by Jet Tila. This came out January 25th. And I personally love Thai food. It's one of my favorites, and I love cooking it at home. And now that I know it's actually quite easy to do, I do it all the time. And Jet Tila is definitely an expert in this realm of Thai stuff. So some of the things you will find in this cookbook are street-style basil pork, glass noodle stir-fry. He has a hung lei northern pork curry, new Thai barbecue chicken, fried tilapia with 3 flavor sauce, and there's so many other things in here. And it's all exclusively Thai, ranging from mains, rice, noodles, to beverages and desserts. So definitely check this one out. It's already out, so you can go grab it. This is 101 Thai dishes you need to cook before you die. This is by Jet Tila. What is next for you, Carrie?
Well, I want to mention that this is the year 2022, in case you're listening to this podcast in the future. And
yes.
Today I'm getting a kick because it's 2:22 p.m. at 2222. I'm freaking out.
I just thought about that, actually.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So my first cookbook today I want to share with you is Japanese Home Cooking. It's a paperback release of a 2015 cookbook, and it is by Chihiro Masui and Hanae Kaede, and the photographer is Annabelle Schachmes. They teach the techniques and ingredients of Japanese cuisine with step-by-step photos. Thank you!
Yay!
It's meant to be the ideal guide for cooks new to Japanese cuisine, as well as those with some experience. So besides the step-by-step photographs for every recipe that requires more than the basic skills, they have the final dish presentation, thank you, technique and important details such as how to slice the fish and vegetables in the traditional Japanese manner. Love it. My knife skills need help. I don't know about yours.
Yeah, I think mine do too, actually.
Yeah. They teach you how to make the very important staple of Japanese cooking, the dashi stock base.
Ooh.
And they give us notes on the history of Japanese regional cooking and the influence of foreigners.
Oh, cool.
And they teach us about the Japanese table, which, as I know, involves lots and lots and lots of little dishes that you have to wash by hand later.
Mm-hmm.
It has 6 sections with more than 90 recipes. So some examples of the recipes are starters like cucumber and wakame sunomono, bowls and soups like red miso soup with clams, or clear soup dumpling and crab wakame, vegetables and tofu, my favorite chapter, pumpkin in chicken broth soboro, well, in my case, vegetarian broth, seaweed hijiki, or sweet daikon with miso. They have fried and grilled recipes like teriyaki salmon, breaded shrimp tonkatsu, and a tamago yaki omelet that I would love to make. They have a rice and noodles chapter, rice with 5 favors, and an asazuki of cabbage, cucumber, carrots, and Brussels sprouts. There's also a sweets chapter with soy milk creme caramel, a hortensia cake, and something known as Ukushima, which is a floating island. That is the paperback reissue of Japanese Home Cooking by Chihiro Masui and Hanae Kaede.
The last cookbook on our Asian cookbook list is 10-Minute Chinese Takeout. Simple classic dishes ready in just 10 minutes. This comes out February 8th, and this is by Kwoklyn, and he's very well known for his awesome, quick Chinese takeout-like dishes. He offers 80 inventive ways of getting food on the table in 10 minutes flat, and that's quicker than actually an online order or even picking up the phone.
True! I love it.
I know. So the chapters that he provides are soups and snacks, vegetables. He has a seafood section, meat, and then he's got a chicken and duck section. Then he goes into noodles and rice. And that includes a lot of his recipes include a lot of classics that we very, very much love and hold near and dear to our heart, such as like a Chinese broccoli and oyster sauce dish. General Tso's chili, he has a tofu variation, which is really great for vegetarians out there. He's got pork char siu, which is a great, amazing Chinese dish that I don't actually find at Chinese restaurants usually, so I'm really excited. He has all of the amazing fried rice dishes available. He even includes a Spam fried rice, which is super tasty. And then he's got a couple other things like a bang bang chicken salad. And he even includes things like chicken teriyaki. So this is a really cool cookbook. I'm guilty of getting Chinese takeout and Japanese takeout all the time. And I know I can cook these things at home, but I just choose not to. So I really want to check this out, see if it actually does take 10 minutes. And yeah, so that's 10-minute Chinese takeout. This is by Kwoklyn 1.
I'm totally going to get that because I'm so busy all the time.
Yeah,
but I do it to myself. I can't complain.
It's okay.
Let's move on to the one baking book coming out this week, Caketopia. I love the color. It's pink and purple and super fun. It has a cake with teal frosting just melting down it and cherries on top and cookies on top. It's not a hot mess. It's just very interesting. So Caketopia is your guide to decorating buttercream cakes with flair. It's by Sheri Wilson. And Sheri is spelled S-H-E-R-I in this particular example. Page Street Publishing is the publishers. How to decorate the most stylish cakes in the world. Don't just bake a cake that will make heads turn and jaws drop. It's an incredible collection of tutorials from cake queen and Instagram star Sheri Wilson. She shows us how to recreate her signature out-of-this-world cake designs at home with confidence. And there are 30 tutorials to use vibrant buttercreams to paint an elegant stained glass scene in the La Vie en Rose cake. Or you can pipe cute fruity designs in the hot pink strawberry patch cake, complete with yummy strawberry filling and cake layers. She also shares her famous midnight black buttercream with genius sprinkle art to create the edgy sprinkle sugar skull cake. I have got to go see a picture of this. Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
She teaches us to use stencils to form the animal print on the rainbow neon leopard print cake and fun chocolate molds to build the rocky gold tinted rose quartz geode cake. And you're going to hear me clicking on the pre-order button. She fills it with delectable pistachio buttercream. So I have to have this book to look through it. I am not a very good cake artist. It would be a waste for me to even use the materials to try to make this, but I definitely want to see the pictures. I'm going to buy it. That's Caketopia, your guide to decorating buttercream cakes with flair by Sheri Wilson.
And then we're going to move on to basically like a specialty meat, vegetarian, or vegan-esque cookbooks. And I am going to start with Carnivore-ish. So, of course, I'm going to talk about it, not Carrie. I'm not.
Thank you.
evil.
You're saving me.
Yes. It's 125 protein-rich recipes to boost your health and build muscle. This is by Ashleigh Vanhouten and Beth Lipton. So they talk about how an ideal diet is one that is nourishing, balanced, and satisfying, but we're often told to cut out entire categories of food. And instead of feeling healthy, we end up feeling restricted, hungry, and some of us feel sick. Fair. Mm-hmm. Women are frequently targeted with misinformation about the appropriate diet to keep us thin, which demonizes animal protein and fat in favor of low-calorie, low-fat foods and leaves us no closer to our goals. Okay, fair enough. So in this book, I don't want to get too, yes. Anyway, so in this new book, Carnivore-ish, these authors cut through the clutter and dogma to provide an accessible and informative resource about adding more healthy protein to your meals. This book busts the myths and fear-mongering and explains how and why to include these foods, which taste delicious, provide satisfaction, and can help you look and feel the way you want to. So in this book, you'll find that this is kind of like the new unique perspective. They talk about the latest scientific research on the importance of eating animal protein for optimal health, but, you know, that's debatable. There's a breakdown of why we've been taught to fear meat and what this misinformation is doing to our health. There's tips to figure out your own optimal diet, while avoiding unnecessary restrictions, and they provide awesome meal plans that are super easy, and they break everything down for what a quote carnivore reset is. I don't know what that means. I've never done that.
I don't either.
But good thing there's actually like 125 recipes in this cookbook that'll help us. If you're somebody that wants to eat more meat, that's what it'll do for you. Apparently, Ashleigh is a health coach, speaker, podcast host called It Takes Guts. So if you want to check out that podcast, do so. But yeah, this is a really intriguing cookbook if you're somebody that really enjoys eating meat. This is called Carnivore-ish, 125 protein-rich recipes to boost your health and build muscle by Ashleigh Vanhouten and Beth Lipton.
So now let's move away from meat and talk about vegan.
Woo!
This next cookbook is called Easy Vegan Home Cooking. Over 125 plant-based and gluten-free recipes for wholesome family meals.
Yay!
It's by Laura Theodore. Comes out February 15. Whether you're an accomplished vegan chef or just learning the craft of creating pleasing plant-based meals for your family, it's essential to find recipes that are delicious and easy to prepare. Yes. So celebrity chef Laura Theodore will show us how in Easy Vegan Home Cooking. She features healthy recipes that require 8 ingredients or fewer, and she focuses on bountiful breakfasts, light lunches, satisfying suppers, and delightful desserts. And she means for this book to also please vegans, vegetarians, and omnivores alike. She gives pantry must-haves, quick cooking tips, flavor enhancers, and effective plant-based substitutions. So the publisher is Hatherley Press. They have not given us a sneak peek inside on Amazon yet. And so I will wrap this up with repeating the name Easy Vegan Home Cooking by Laura Theodore. And my next book, the final book I'm going to talk about today, is Salad, 100 Recipes for Simple Salads and Dressings by Janica Filippi. It is from Smith Street Books, comes out February 15, and they encourage us to freshen up the table with bright and beautiful salads. And that's exactly what I crave after a long Christmas season of eating potatoes.
Oh, yes.
And cheese and delicious things. I crave salad lately. And we're having one every night. And tonight we're having stir fry for dinner. So it's full of veggies. And I'm still making a salad with edamame and eggs on top. And it's going to be a vegetarian salad, even though we're having lots of veggies.
Yeah.
So this cookbook is filled with light, everyday meals for all occasions, with dressings to mix and match, ideas for toppings, and that's something I struggle with. We want to have something on top that's not just croutons every single time or pine nuts. Like,
right.
What do I put? Or tortilla strips.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
It's filled with beautiful photography and suggestions to make each dish your own. And I'm going to peek. There's a recipe for a mango and chorizo salad with pistachios and fresh herbs that's so colorful.
Oh, wow.
There's an actual Dutch baby pancake salad with avocado mixed leaf and something they're calling soldiers, which I think is strips of toasted bread.
Ooh.
There's a kisir salad, which is bulgur salad from Turkey. There's a spiced frika herb salad from the Middle East and a roasted pumpkin with goat's cheese, ricotta cream, and spelt. Wow.
Oh, yum.
Frisee lettuce with oyster, mushroom, truffle, and a soft-boiled egg. I would skip that one. I can't handle the frisee texture, and I'm like flossing my teeth for 5 days. And the last one I can get a peek at is a salad with hot smoked salmon and dill caper dressing.
Yum.
So that is Salad, 100 Recipes for Simple Salads and Dressings from Smith Street Books. The author is Hanae Filippi. Sorry, I should have looked up how to say their name.
Goodness. That sounds like... I like that they say simple salads, but I feel like now my salads are very, very, very simple. So the final cookbook on this list, it's a bit of a coffee table book, and I don't mean that in a, yes, it's Spill the Beans. It's called, it's Global Coffee Culture and Recipes. This comes out February 8th. This is by Lanny Kingston, and the editor is Gestalton. I really like this book because the photography is phenomenal. A lot of us drink coffee, but I think a lot of us just it's just a part of our ritual every morning, and we don't really think about all of the technicalities that go into coffee or how coffee is actually appreciated around the world. And this book actually does that. So you'll find chapters that go through different countries. So I'm seeing Italy, there's Japan, there's Yemen, there's Indonesia, Spain, the Caribbean. We have Polynesia, there's Singapore, so lots of, and Vietnam. Oh, I love Vietnamese coffee, is like my favorite. So it has a breakdown of what coffee from around the world, what coffee beans that they use, and then they provide really cool recipes that are that originate from these places. So for instance, we have in Italy, of course, Cafe Espresso. They have a couple other things, like for instance, in Mexico, they have coffee liqueur, a recipe for that. In Polynesia, they have a coconut vanilla coffee recipe. In Japan, I'm trying to see, they talk about coffee siphons, coffee jelly, and then iced coffee recipes. They talk about in Vietnam, the milk coffee. They even have egg coffee.
Whoa.
So there's just a lot of cool stuff in this book. The photography is amazing. I highly suggest checking out Amazon and looking at just the photos because, again, no pun intended, but this could definitely be on your coffee table or next to your espresso machine if you have one. And then you can appreciate coffee while drinking your coffee. So this is called Spill the Beans, Global Coffee Culture and Recipes by Gestalton and Lanny Kingston.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Cookbook Divas. We will be posting our next one on the next Friday, covering even more cookbooks coming out in February 2022. Be sure to stop by your favorite social media platform, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, possibly Pinterest or YouTube. Drop us a note, give us a like and comment. Let us know what you're thinking about the cookbooks that we're selecting for you. And if you've cooked anything out of them, what you've made, we'd love to hear from you. Those of you that are listening on Apple Podcasts, you could do us a huge favor by leaving us a review and rating and help your friends who like cookbooks find us too. We'll see you on the next podcast. Bye.